All right, so we are now live, and
Coming through.
and Natalie Wright says hello.
Hi, Natalie.
All right, cool. Right on.
Hello, hello.
Right on.
Thanks for stopping by.
We just
Seeing you again. I just talked to Natalie earlier
Okay.
in Mark's stream.
Yeah, there have been quite a bit of streams going on today.
during the week.
Yeah.
Different cool things.
Mark did Scream 3 earlier. I forget who was on earlier or if they're still on. And we've got Mark.
Hello.
Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Cara. Hey, Art.
What's up?
And then, of course, Natalie says, hey, Arthur.
Natalie.
So yeah, we're just kind of planning on doing just kind of like a hangout stream. I didn't really have anything super planned.
Not too much. It was 10 years, and I thought it's something too big to pass up.
Yeah, just
So here we are.
the cat wanted to stop by.
10 years of retrospective. 10 years of reviewing. 10 years of friendship for the death. And the screaming.
Uh-oh.
Kara Primrore's been scaring you for 10 years, but now she's back and more glam than ever. What will she do in another 10 years? Does the vampire ever sleep? Find out on today's episode. 10 years
No.
Screamiversary.
Oh, that's cool.
Vampires never sleep. I can attest to that.
Yeah, of course, Natalie says she likes our background lights. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's definitely quite a bit of lights around. Oh, that is so funny. The avatar is the ghost face cutting the bangs.
Oh, I forgot. That's what was on there.
I think for a while you had Bunny Boy from Gummo.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. But she did have some wild hairstyles in the Scream movies, right? Is that a reference to that about the bangs?
Yeah, we were just doing the
Scream 3 earlier.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, everybody's been streaming today. There was, I don't know if they're still on, but there was another one that was going on earlier also.
I don't know if Ethel was doing. I think it was Ethel and Trash are the ones I've been seeing.
I think Ethel usually does Sundays.
A little bit of the
Ethel does Sci-Fi Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sci-Fi Sun. There you go.
Yeah.
Or they're considered UAP.
Well, also Ethel does Friday night B movie watch along as well.
Yeah. I've managed to make it with them so far.
She does random hangouts too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what?
10 years. 10 years is no small thing, though.
No, that's
big.
quite a stretch. Yeah.
I think a lot. When it's almost to say 10 years, and just it comes out so easy, but it really is like
it's 10, a decade.
10 freaking years. You know.
Yeah, it's a crazy amount of time.
It's almost like a relationship. Like, oh, how long you been guys together? Like 10 years. You're like, oh wow, 10 years. Like,
yeah. Yeah, it's like how long has YouTube been giving you a headache? Oh, 10 years.
10 years. It's definitely a waltz with the YouTube's ever-changing policies. Huh?
Yeah,
I mean, I've been using YouTube for 10 years, but I haven't been on YouTube for 10 years.
Yeah.
I've been using YouTube for over 10 years, but I've only had been doing reviews and streams for 2.
Mm-hmm.
The Devil's Baboon Pogo Stick.
Congratulations on 10 years, man. That's impressive. That's
Yeah,
impressive.
it's crazy. Thank
Yeah, it
you.
really is.
Yeah,
Like a lot of evolution in your.
a lot of changes.
Yeah, a lot of
like
changes.
I was around when everybody dropped off of YouTube because they were forcing Google Plus on everybody, and a lot of people were like, "Well, forget this, I'm out."
Man, I remember that. Dude, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. And then what was the next thing was when they cut everybody's monetization. A lot of people jumped ship because of that too, and
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not sure what the latest thing is. It's crazy. Got cat hair flying in my face. Sorry. But yeah, like when I was around the group of YouTubers that were around, I think there's only maybe 2 or 3 that are left, and then of course I met Gory, and then she started. She really does a lot, yeah, to hold and pull the community together, and then she does her creepy crawl. And I noticed there's some award thing going on also to try to build the community where it's kind of like YouTuber of the month. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I just don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
This dude, Andrew Balina, created it, and pretty much it's for like YouTubers, horror YouTubers under 1,000 subs who make competent content. You can like vote them in, and they can be YouTuber of the month, and they spread it along. It's pretty much just to get channels out there and stuff, awareness.
Yeah, kind of like oops, I think my screen froze.
You're
There we
good.
go.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it around. I know I think the requirement is you have to be 1,000 subs or less, but you kind of get voted in, and then people just kind of from there decide out of the 4 or the 5 who gets to be YouTuber of the month, and then they hold the award on their channel, and that's how it gets passed along.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But other than, I mean, I think that's pretty cool as far as just pulling the community together. I don't know if there's anything else going on. Usually we're running around doing other stuff, so it's kind of hard to also just keep up with what's going on.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah. Let's see. But yeah, as far as YouTube stuff for myself, I have tons of tag videos I still haven't edited. I have a collaboration I had filmed with Trenchy that I still need to edit. And then I know me, Crash, and Ethel, we're going to film another one, and I
really?
I still need to
Okay.
sit down and edit everything. So it kind of looks like the channel's kind of at a standstill right now. It's just I haven't had a chance to really work on anything.
We've been thinking about. We're playing this video game called Little Nightmares.
Mhm.
I don't know if anybody's familiar with that.
Yeah.
Okay, and where we're thinking like it'd be kind of cool to like play like like little cutesy spooky games like that and record it or
Yeah.
Something like that. Like we have a lot, like
Yeah.
definitely like what we have definitely is a lot of ideas, but nothing's really cooking too much.
Yeah.
A lot of
We're-
recipes.
We're throwing noodles at the fridge, but
Nothing
trying to
sticking.
see. Yeah,
Nothing
nothing
really sticking.
sticks.
Well,
Other than commitments building up, though.
like I was talking to these other two about what I would like to do, and you're more than welcome to come on the stream and discuss, is start doing like horror, some of our favorite horror film directors' filmographies.
Mm.
Because I'm a huge Wes Craven fan, and I'm sure everybody has their favorite,
Yeah.
And again, you guys are always welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Oh yeah.
And it wouldn't just be talking about one Wes Craven movie. It would be discussing, and it wouldn't just be Wes Craven. I want to do all of them,
Yeah.
and I think you, my dear Cara, would be a great guest to have because you've seen as many of their work as I have.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to stop by. I know it's usually kind of takes a while before we're able to show up. So, but yeah, I mean, that would definitely be a lot of fun. I mean, and that would be a fun series. I know it'd take a fair chunk of time to get through. I mean, especially if you're doing kind of like a live stream per film.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Hello, everybody. Hi.
Yeah. The only other thing, other than just stuff I need to edit, I know I'm potentially debating if we hit, because we're about 300 subscribers from hitting 2,000. Yeah. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm thinking if we make it, maybe by like October, November, we can potentially do another giveaway.
I still got to
Cool.
mail out other stuff, but I've been working on a little art box for Ethel. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be worth the her waiting.
But yeah, it's yeah, that's definitely a fair stretch of time. Oh, look, there's Ethel. We were just talking about her.
All right.
Hello.
Queen
Yeah,
Ethel.
that's cool.
Hey, Ethel.
Howdy.
She said, "Fuck that Scream 3 discussion. I ain't having it." But she showed up for this.
Right.
No, no.
Okay, right.
The bangs.
I was away.
Bangs.
I was away, Art. Mark. I was not around for the Scream thing. I popped in here and I'm like, oh hey. I can make this one. So I showed up. By the way, congratulations, Tara, 10 years. 10
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And of course, I think Arthur is being a bit meta there. What's up, everybody? Happy 10 years. And of course, Natalie saying hello to Miss Ethel.
And but very much at the
Howdy,
same
Nat.
time, like those 10 years, you really can't those 10 years are filled with a lot of and those people are here today.
Yeah.
That you couldn't get there with like that community, right?
Yeah.
Like your 10 years is only as long
As they allow it.
It's like right.
Yeah.
And it's just really cool to see that. That's something that I've been seeing since I kind of jumped on board very recently. That the community that you had, like, I didn't know it was so big, so vast.
Yeah.
And it's more than just a horror network. It's like a place to come or heal or talk about something.
Event.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. And I think that's really cool.
Ben Grimm saying howdy. That's my line. I usually say howdy when I come into the chats.
So in a lot of ways, like while it's like 10 years, Kara, like all you guys give yourself a pat on the back too for being around and believing in each other's messages, and your creativity and your art.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Especially in this day and age when we're more separated than ever, but you find that a reason to stay together, and I think that's really cool. And I think that's the 10 years and how many followers you have is indicative of that.
I'd like to hope that it just means people like the channel or they believe in it or they just like the reviews or I'd like to think it means they like something about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I love your channel, but but it's also like the people that are in the channel too.
Mm-hmm.
When you had your live streams that I'll go over, it's like, man, I like hearing what all these guys have to say, and I'm always having a good time. We're on like sometimes 3 hours, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, I think Ethel, you had your 10-year anniversary a couple of months back, also.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in March. It was March 9th was the channel anniversary. So
Oh,
Yeah.
cool, man. Well,
Yeah.
congrats.
YouTube anniversary.
YouTubeversary. They don't give us any special plaques or anything. They just say, "Hey, you're lucky we haven't canceled you yet."
Oh, I
Soon.
know.
Right?
No
Trench,
kidding.
you're,
That's
Trench,
crazy.
you're going to have to do like a 5-year anniversary or something.
Huh?
You're going to have to do like a 5-year anniversary or something.
I don't know how long my channel's been around. Well, I know, but I don't know how many years it is. I don't give.
I think your oldest video said like 2 years ago.
Yeah. It'd be cool if
Tell
they
you
did
when
something.
you're joining. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry, you were saying?
Oh no, I was just saying it tells you when you join. That's how I knew that it was 10 years, and amazing.
But here is, I want to present Kara with her official apartment 10-year anniversary play button. I couldn't afford this little with a neon marker. So, like green
That looks bad.
to another 10 years and hopefully some monetization soon because God knows daddy needs it.
He needs some new shoes.
Here you go. Congratulations.
Just what I've always wanted.
You are a friend.
You're doing Miss America or Miss Universe.
Kitty.
She'll scare you out of your
She's Beauty and the Beast. Oh, yikes.
Or it's more like Beauty and King George.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice if YouTube would even like just send out some sort of a digital acknowledgement like, oh, thank you for being with YouTube for so long. It's like, nah, just follow our rules.
Or at least do that thing where they put balloons on your page or something,
Yeah, like
Even Twitter. Like, hold on there, Boomer. Right? Even Twitter lets you know when it's your anniversary, right?
yeah, I was about to say that even Twitter, like even if you have your birthday on there, like they put little balloons on your page whenever people come by.
What's up, Deacon?
Boop. Happy 10th year, you
Deacon.
badass. I'm probably misreading that.
let me move out of the way. You might be able to see it because I'm being silly.
Love you, something monsters.
Aha, there I go. I can do this. Ah, no, wrong button.
Oh.
You can run away.
Happy 10th year, you badass inspiration. Love you. Love your fellow monsters.
All right, man.
Thank you.
It's all about the group, man.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, I thought while the doggy was waiting to cotton down, I thought I'd make this for you.
Right?
Oh, thank you.
No, but 10 years, my word.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I totally forgot to say, and pardon my manners, but thank you for everybody for stopping by and joining us.
Yeah, that's cool.
Anytime.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you for tolerating us.
Oh,
Shoot, man. You guys-
If it wasn't for this, we'd still be talking about Scream 3.
oh.
Like, if there's anything you
That's
guys want to get
rough
off your
one.
chest,
Still be in the bathroom.
any residue in there you guys want to get out about Scream 3? Like, I have a problem with it being the brother, but that's just me.
Scream
Yeah,
3. No.
Maybe we used to go down that road, right?
Don't worry, Cara. You saved us from Scream 3. You saved us.
Too funny.
Yeah, I hope that was good, by the way, the Scream 3 thing. I missed that. That was the way.
It kind of turned into an argument, a theoretical thing about like the prosecution of Sidney Prescott because she kind of killed Roman at the end of that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said that they wouldn't have tried to try her in any way.
I forget what you call it when siblings kill each other. It's not parasite. That's when the kids kill the parents.
For
It's,
parasite or something like that.
Michael Myers
Or maybe
syndrome?
that's kill a brat.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a term for it. I'm just not like all on the.
Parasite? No.
I said it wrong. Sorry.
And with siblings, it's
I know my viewers are always getting on me about stuff like you mispronounce blah blah blah. I'm like, I mispronounce everything.
like I've been on here 10 years, darn it.
Do we look like English professors to you?
You sound kind of like an English professor.
I'm not
Just
sure if I'm here, Deacon.
Just a shame I had to check the spelling on this 5 times.
I do that all the time. I cannot spell if I depended on
what
it.
it's called.
Yeah, to begin with, the first time I saved it, instead of saying happy, it said hippie.
That would have worked. That would have worked.
When the brother kills a brother.
Fatricide?
Uh-huh. Like a fraternity.
Oh,
Yeah. Something like that.
like, yeah, I was close. Close the first
Like, yeah, actually, Ethel was kind of making me think. I was like, it's.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Siblings killing each other. Each how family cares.
That's always been the thing that confuses me about Scream 3. I know you said you guys had an argument about it already. I'm not that I'm
trying to dig up.
No, not an argument, more of a philosophical debate.
It wasn't like
but just a little bit of kerosene instead. It burns slower.
It wasn't an argument. It was a theoretical discussion.
I had to explain at the end that we're all friends and nobody was going to murder each other after the show.
Yeah.
Like
There was no hard feelings.
Right.
Yeah, there was no hard feelings, no nothing. It's just I'm of the mind, and this is just me, but in real world physics or real world law, and that's if we took the movie at face value and said it's similar to our world. All of the people in the house, including Sydney, would have been handcuffed, put into the back of police cars, taken to the police station, questioned, and Sydney may have faced charges of involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah, at the very least.
Well,
right?
couldn't she still plead self-defense though?
Unfortunately, he was on the ground and she stabbed him in the heart, at which point she could have subdued him, handcuffed him, tied him up, put something heavy on him, anything. Instead, she resorted to shooting him.
Investigate the body and be like, dude, she only did it once. She did it twice, or like
She
this
kept
is
going.
this is
It's called double tap.
It's almost like they say like it's a crime of passion.
Well,
I'm pretty sure all of her friends and the other survivors there would have backed her up and been like,
Yeah, I'm not saying that she would have actually gone to prison for it.
It's bled over into Kara Stream.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said she would have gone to prison for it. I'm just saying that hypothetically,
Let's bury this
one thing she would have faced. But more than likely, she would have been given a slap on the wrist and said, "Don't go around killing people you have a vengeance against."
It makes me curious though. Like
And
if she gets
have a hell of a book deal too.
if she gets the book. I'll send you a copy.
Yeah.
Bam, bitch went down.
The whole movie's about the book.
This went down.
I have
that's we discussed is that we throughout Scream 1 and 2 and up into Scream 3, we've all been quoting Scream 1 and 2. Why is it
the better
there
ones?
There was nothing to quote from Scream 3.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? We were watching Mad Men earlier, and there was an episode where Neve Campbell was on, and she was hitting on Don Draper, and I'm like, but he's married, and I'm like, you're a slut, just like your mother, Sydney.
I was just like, you're like a slut, just like your mother, Sydney.
Pardon me.
Amen. I have no idea what you said. Anyway.
Oh, I burped.
But it makes me curious, like if she winds up getting supposedly court-appointed counseling, does that include some form of parole or something, like she has to pay a monthly fine or something also?
I think if it's post-traumatic stress disorder, then probably just house arrest for a little mandatory time, and that's it.
I think she should have got a check.
Like, if she did any jail time, it probably would have been like, a few months or something, because it was like self-defense, even if she did go too far.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying they should have thrown the book at her or sent her for life. I'm just saying there should have been at least a hint of legal repercussions,
Yeah,
even if it was just being questioned once.
And a good lawyer could claim prior trauma because she was in the other two movies. So,
I said that too. I said a good decent lawyer, she wouldn't have got anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, that opens up the floodgates to a whole different argument.
Which is a whole different argument.
Yeah.
But
which is the argument we have on Scream 4.
Well, it really comes down to this: if the knife in my brother didn't fit, then you must have quit.
I think you're thinking if the, what is it? If
Gets you off every time.
it's kind of like Sydney did not do it.
Oh, was it Sidney Prescott's hairdo in that movie that did it?
Oh.
Because it did it to me.
No, that was Gail. Oh my God, Gail's haircut.
But my curiosity of Sydney's brother Roman, because he really wasn't that much older than her, like what, 5-6 years. So okay, mom abandons him. So who reminded him of who exactly his mother was and what she looked like, and where exactly would he know to even go hunt down his half sister?
Oh, trust me, that movie doesn't answer any of those questions.
No.
Because it doesn't have plot holes, it has plot craters.
I was about to say it has more plot holes than a torn pair of fishnet stockings.
And they only.
And that fucking movie, man.
Yeah, crazy.
Even Simon Bob and Carrie Fisher are in, so that's dope. Like, I consider the plus.
But happy times, we're here today, 'cause Kara's celebrating her 10th year. Hooray.
Keep on going.
Wow.
Good.
Oh,
Frankly, it's been 10 years, baby.
Da-da-da, da-da-da. You're gonna get drunk, oh yeah.
Not only is it organic and local, they also donate to local animal shelters.
Ooh. Yeah.
Even more reason to like them.
You gotta like them fur babies.
Yeah.
Save the doggies, but not your liver. Good strategy.
Yeah.
10 points to Ethel House.
Ethel House. Yeah, 10 years. It's a decade. So crazy.
It goes by fast, like you don't even see it coming.
Yeah. It didn't feel that long, not at all. I'm like, I think back on it, I'm like, geez, compared to how old I am now, I'm like, I was a kid when I started.
What's up, Dina?
Yeah.
It's like 1 minute you're talking about, well, for me, it's like 1 minute you're talking about the news, the next minute you're doing live streams. It's weird.
1 minute you're watching YouTube and then you see someone in full makeup to make her look like a snake lady, and you sit there and go, that's really good. I wonder if I could do that. Yes, if you want a reason for my face, blame Kara.
No, it's and I've been doing the nun for a while. She's kind of my standby for right now because I can't go back home because of COVID, but I have other costume pieces that I've been wanting to pick up for a long while because eventually I want to introduce a different character.
Ooh. Are you going to be having Kara and the three monster ladies?
I don't think I'm that skilled enough to pull off a green screen with all three at once. That'd be pretty cool.
It would be
What
awesome.
What does one person need to have the green screen stuff? Like Ethel works with that,
Yeah.
right? Like, tell me, Ethel, like what, like as far as like, give me a rough estimate of a cost and something to run something as maybe as minimal of something as you have.
Well, you can. Well, I had a nice green screen. I had a whole green screen room, and it basically.
Oh, that's right. You had that. That's, oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You can do it for
A small operation. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
about $8 worth of tape, and if you go to the dollar store, you can get a bunch of green poster board. That's how I did mine.
Oh, it's not expensive. As long as it's green, it doesn't even have to be like a. When I think green screen, I'm thinking like it's some kind of special material.
I think it's just because the color's easier to work with, but I know in the past, I think even film industry, they used to use black screen, blue screen.
But what Ethel's saying, so I can go to the dollar store and get that lime green, like poster board that you do for like a dream poster. You know how people put like what they want in their future and stuff.
Yeah.
A dream board. So it's not a special material as long as it's that shade of green.
Mhm.
Oh, so I can get a bunch of that and just staple it to
Well,
this
the-
white envelope, technically, and then you can just work behind it and it work.
Yeah,
In theory.
Oh my gosh!
yeah. Well, the thing is, like,
dude, I
you
can
want to
do that.
make sure you use green or blue, because green and blue are the two furthest hues from skin tone. So
Okay.
it'll key out better, and you want to make sure you light it evenly.
So okay, I like
Isn't
that.
green better though?
You get some green.
So key, like that term key out, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Not
Yeah.
really. I mean, it's
Hmm.
yeah.
Interesting. I did not know
Because,
that. I thought it was like a special roll you would have to buy
can
like
get-
in a
you can
FX
get-
store or something.
You can probably just get it by the yard at like
Yeah.
Crafts Plus or something if you wanted to do fabric.
Okay, so what's the other end of it? How does the image get? What program are you using that puts the image on it?
Some editing programs
Well,
already have it where it's preset to where you can input your background to
Okay,
change it.
so it's all right. What do you use, Ethel, to protect your
Yeah.
image? What do you use, Ethel?
I use Sony Vegas.
I started
Sony
off,
Vegas.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Interesting. I did not know that. I thought it was like a special material where it was like $100 a foot of this special green screen material. And
No,
I thought
you can you can get special material though. Like they sell it, but it's just cheaper to use poster board and just make sure you light it evenly and not stand too close to it.
I would see other YouTubers and they would have this big old, it was like this big old roll on a, like, yeah, I was like, dude, that
Yeah.
looks like it's expensive to get started.
Like I know you can buy a kit off of Amazon where it kind of has the frame to hold it for you.
Yeah, it
You've
has
got
a frame
the
and a
lights and it
roll
has
and-
the fabric.
Yeah. That's what-
I know. I don't know if his channel name is Ivan. I want to say Ivan. Yeah, he's done a demonstration in the past on how he does his green screen, and
dude, I could have so much fun with that.
he recommends that if you're using
Jeez.
fabric, use a spray bottle to weigh it down so that it lies flat, so that your image doesn't look all weird once you project it.
Yeah, it's 90% of it is making sure that it's a smooth surface and you've lit it evenly. Because the more even you light it, the better it's going to be. And you want to make sure you're about 2 feet or 3 feet away from your backdrop so that you don't have overspill from the green reflecting green light onto you, or onto you, rather. Like, because when I was first doing the tests of the green screen room, I stood too close, and when I went to key it out, like my entire chest disappeared, and I'm like, ah!
Yeah, like I want to do, like, dude, I want my head to float. I didn't know I could. Dude,
Yeah,
that blows
like,
my mind.
I've-
Thank you, Ethel, for that. Really,
It's-
that's cool.
Oh, and just really quick,
Right on.
hi to Night Watch. Thanks for stopping by. And
Thank you.
Oh, and just really quick, you guys who are in the chat or anybody who's watching, if you're not subscribed to Night Watch, go subscribe to him. Go resub. YouTube recently took down his channel, so he has to rebuild. So please stop by and help him out.
I
Yeah,
know.
do it.
that it's a shame, and it might just be me thinking out loud, but There's too many channels lately that fall into a certain demographic that are being shot down by YouTube
I agree
because
with
of
you.
false flags.
Hey, Night Watch, what's
Yeah.
up?
There's stuff that I watch that has nothing to do with even the horror community. It's the same song and dance.
Yeah.
What's the name of the YouTuber, the creator?
I'll put him back up. It is the Night Watch Zone.
Night Watch Zone.
A decent guy and always worth a watch.
Yeah, he's
Ah.
he's really cool. Good guy.
Oh, I just wanted to ask you about,
That's right here with Laurie Strode.
Oh, okay, right on.
Yes.
Okay. Right on, subscribe. Cool, dude.
oh. I was just gonna say, you mentioned the black screen in Hollywood. That's actually called luma keying.
Luma King.
Just so you
Okay.
luma keying.
Yeah.
That's what they use for the Invisible Man. Is they use luma keying
Oh, okay. See, I'm not all on the up and up on that.
Mm-mm.
back in the day. The original Invisible Man.
But I would also recommend using green over blue because, believe it or not a lot of clothing in human fashion has a lot of green in it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even own that
That's
many
why.
green.
Yeah, that's why they typically use green screen on the news and stuff for like their weather reports.
Right, yeah.
Less common. But,
Yeah, and yeah, it just makes your life easier because, as I said, very few people own bright green clothes where it's going to be phased out.
Yeah.
Whereas blue is a bit more problematic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I've even seen weird live streams where people have the green screen and I don't know how they did it. Like they've got their computer up next to them, but for some reason you can't tell that there's something there until they stretch over to try to adjust something on the screen during the live stream, and their arm disappears because it's reached behind the computer screen. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny. I wouldn't be opposed to trying out green screen someday. Definitely open up some variety. Yeah.
Like if I like what that's what I was saying, that if you can kind of program, like I could spend $15 on just getting a bunch of them, like and then I'll just stake them into the wall and we'll just do a bunch of silly stuff.
yeah. Currently, when I bought it, because it was a while ago, so it might be even cheaper now. But Sony Vegas, the cheaper version is about $20 on Amazon. That's what I bought. Only downside is you can't rotoscope with that version. You have to have like the professional version for rotoscoping. But that's only if you want to do that, which I do and I can't. But that's okay.
Yeah, I know because at least because I used to have an old version of Vegas. Actually, it's still around, but mine was back from the 2010s. And the thing I didn't like was every time I would cut or edit, I always had to move like the entire strand of the rest of the video that I hadn't worked on yet so that it would match up and I wouldn't have gaps. Otherwise, once I saved and uploaded, I would have black spots or blank spots. And then the video would just pick back up again.
Oh yeah, you have to make sure it's touching.
Yeah,
or you have a nice speed effect. If you enable snapping, it'll tell you it'll put an orange line when it's touching, so you know.
Like I have a weird question. How many of y'all people have a Chick-fil-A in your area?
I wish.
We're getting them eventually.
A Chick-fil-A, yeah.
Yeah, they're building one.
It's
Closest one to me is about 2 cities over.
Oh,
Closest one to me is in America.
Right, like I would
Yeah.
imagine. No, because I was thinking about something. Because I have this this Chick-fil-A gift card, and it's $10, and $10 anniversary, and I kind of wanted to do like a random giveaway of a gift card. But it just hit me. I was just like, dude, there might be some people who don't have a Chick-fil-A.
well, you can also open it to people in the stream, people in the chat.
Yeah, but
Potentially.
the thing, some people don't get Chick-fil-A.
Ooh, if you want to do something, put it on your Twitter as an art competition. Someone submits a little bit of fan art, and the person you think does the best bit gets the card.
Yeah, there you go.
Thing too,
There you
yeah.
go. That'd be cool too.
Yeah.
Right
Good
on,
idea.
Jason.
Thank you.
You won yourself a $10 gift card for a burrito moon.
And by the
That's
time I
pretty
receive
good
the gift card, it's
stuff.
out of date.
Chick-fil-A is pretty good. I had it once on my way back to Maine from Texas, and I enjoyed it. So, like, definitely a good gift card.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love their chicken strips. I've never tried their breakfast stuff though. But I don't know.
the same-
At all.
It's
I don't know
I
if
like
that's
the
a southern thing. Oh,
say
Irish.
what?
We haven't
No.
been in a play almost about a year. We don't eat out that much.
I love Chick-fil-A.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I thought that gear would be cool. It's like everybody loves Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours away.
But
Yeah.
super randomly, like I think only certain parts of the US only have Bush's chicken.
Oh,
Yeah, when
Bush's
I was in
chicken.
North Carolina, I noticed that like the chicken franchise.
What is that? A rooster going through puberty?
This is how much I like Chick-fil-A. I got
Oh,
the big ass
look at
things.
that.
of
It's
it.
got the
Oh, right on, dude. This guy's rocking and rolling.
The big
Right on, dude.
See, we all knew art was a saucy one.
Yeah, you're
The
right.
saucy one.
Right.
This shit's good. I'll put it on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's tasty.
John Steele. So,
Chick-fil-A over here. Ah,
yeah.
where's over here?
John Steele.
John Steele.
John Steele is in the house.
right. That sounds like a Mortal Kombat character, like John Steele. Right.
Balls of
Cool stuff like the character name, right? John.
Kind of like a Johnny Cage's arch nemesis or something.
Or
Arch nemesis, what do you call it?
some like 80s cartoon, like
Is our enemy?
Talent.
Yeah.
John Steele, American Industrial Steel. I don't know.
Finish him.
John, get out of cage show and then give him life advice.
That'd be funny. Kind of do like the G.I. Joe thing. Like once John Steele beats up your character, it gives you the moral of the day. Always be kind and treat others as you would like to be treated.
Right. And if they don't like it, we'll scream at them on Twitter.
If they don't like it, finish them.
There you go.
Too funny.
Remember, cheaters never prosper unless it's a divorce settlement.
Unless, well, you have to look at the prenup and all of that.
Yeah.
I wanted to laugh at that, but I just didn't want to blow my lung out. Jesus.
Don't die on us.
I'm sorry. That was
We
funny.
need you alive. Who else am I going to get a kidney from?
I remember the deal.
Mm.
I'm with you.
Well, maybe no kidneys, but I'll send you an echidna.
A kid.
Oh,
And huh?
That's like Knuckles, right?
Yeah.
Ah.
yeah.
Yeah, a
They
rare
fly
Aust. Oh, Ethel's going to cover it. Up to you, Ethel.
No, I was just saying, echidnas, they fly all over the place. I've seen them. I played that game.
Echidnas, the rare Australian creature that is a mammal, and one rare species is also able to lay eggs, similar to the duck-billed platypus.
Yeah. It's just less advanced. It doesn't have memories the way the platypus does, so it's just kind of the milk just seeps out of it and the offspring just have to lap it up.
Yeah, instead of being kind of like the tip of a bottle, it's more like an open wound.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. There's a term for it. I don't remember. I'd have to Google it.
For an open wound.
Well, it's a lesser evolved type of mammal. I just don't remember how it's classified.
Oh, right. I think of something.
Like more primitive. Anyway,
I'm glad they didn't include that. game.
The other day.
But
Not
can you
on-
can you imagine running into it? You see
much
this
before.
hedgehog type creature that lays eggs and is also oozing milk.
I don't know if somebody could very easily get confused and think it's
Right.
it's flirting with them.
That's the thing. Like,
I'm
it,
like,
it
geez,
lays
man.
eggs and it has milk, but those are both animals that we've kind of domesticated. But they're in it, right. It's a domestic. Like it's too much of a Pokemon. Like that's about as Pokemon as we're gonna get. You know what I mean? Like that has it's like an execute and who has milk? I don't know.
I don't know.
But I got never like.
I didn't get past the first generation.
But no, it has memories and it produces eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Like nature is really that confused with some of these things.
Wait, are we talking about milking Pokemon?
They're chatting about milking Pokemon. I was chatting about milking an echidna.
That's the funny thing about an echidna. You don't have to milk it. You can just walk up and I forget where exactly the gland is. You just squeeze on it and the milk just seeps right out.
Well, what's the alchemical picture about milk and eggs? Or eggs and milk?
See, it's an instant meal. It comes with eggs, meat, and milk.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm so with Deacon on this.
And it even comes with its own toothpicks.
Oh man.
Wait, you're talking about putting the egg in the milk. I thought you talked about squirting an egg and having milk come out, and I was very concerned.
Oh, no.
I don't know if it's awesome or terrible.
There is a magic trick where you can put milk into an egg.
That's what
Blasphemy.
Monotreme.
Blasphemy.
Monotreme's the primitive mammals. Yeah, I don't know. It's driving me nuts. I have to go look it up.
Similar to the marsupial family, because marsupials are the only ones that have nipples, can produce milk, but also have a procedural pouch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they're a weird creature.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the aliens are us, man. Like this planet is weird enough.
I like milk eggs.
Milk eggs.
Powdered eggs. I don't know. I used to make it all the time for breakfast.
Oh,
Nice.
you can make scrambled eggs or omelets with eggs and milk. Num 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 num.
Like the carnation, the dehydrated milk.
Right.
Add some flour and sugar in there. And cake.
Cake. I have
Everybody
cake.
likes cake.
Ooh.
I like
Never
pie
remind
better
me I
than
have
cake.
cake.
Man, I was thinking about cake. I was watching an anime with CJ the other day, and it had cake in it, and I wanted that cake.
Pie is
Oh,
Here's the anime, but I remember the
It has to be gluten free.
Yeah, I know. So I just
gluten-free cake.
Well, we both have
Yes,
gluten
me.
and lactose sensitivities.
Ah, no, that's fair enough then. If it was just kind of like, oh, we're just picking it because we want to, then no. But if it's dietary, then fine. I can understand that.
Yeah.
It's why I have to be very picky with some of the bread that my housemate buys.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it'd be tricky like that.
Yeah, I'm allergic to capsaicin, and she buys chili and cheddar cheese bread.
Ah, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you're getting those two mixed up. Yeah, but getting those two mixed up with my whole grain bread and putting it in the toaster, not good.
Oh, yeah.
They look the same, they smell the same, they just don't taste the same. One will kill me, one will nourish me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even the texture's different. Yeah.
Like you need to put put a label on this thing.
Yeah.
Chili bread?
It's why I'd be screwed if I'm ever in a riot, because mace is made from capsaicin.
Mm.
Pepper spray.
Yeah, I avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, don't be getting any riots, Deacon. What are you doing getting in riots? Stay
Right.
I
out
know
of
how
it.
Deacon is on a Saturday night.
Or if you can't
Oh.
help it, wear a full-headed helmet.
Oh, the good thing is I don't go to riots, I just watch them and spectate.
There you go.
Like Peter Deacon,
Deacon just starts the riots.
right? Like
Then he goes and just watches the chaos unfold.
Yeah, you won't
Isn't
find me
that
at the
the
right. You'll find me at home watching on the news, going, yeah.
yeah, Deacon makes it a better idea, right?
Yeah.
Some men just want to watch the world burn, but they might be friendly too. Like
I want to watch
Yeah.
something burn.
I don't want to watch the world burn. I just want to watch some parts of it burn. Or at least institutions, anyway.
I don't know if burnings at the stake were still allowed. I know I would definitely vote a few X's for that. I'm like, it's a witch.
If burning at the stake was still allowed, I don't think there'd be many crimes being committed by people.
It's the only time Trump would win by a landslide.
They'd be too scared shitless. Who wants to get burned?
Nobody would want power.
Mm.
We want power. We want fire.
And then but then at the same time, a lot of people will be afraid to express a taboo idea.
Yeah.
And like it does have the other side of the
Well,
coin too.
Technically, that's kind of already the problem, especially with cancel culture. You just never know what's okay to say, what's not okay to say.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is you'll say something and then they get you 7 years later. And it's like, wait, what?
Yeah. I know it's going to sound weird, but a 16-year-old should not be accountable for saying the N-word when they're 28.
We had a discussion on that a couple of weeks ago. It's kind of like when it applies to things like that, is there some sort of statute of a limitation? Like, because yeah, it's true. That's no longer the same person. They've grown up, they've matured, but can you still take them out for something they said when they were not even mentally matured?
In most cases, according to the law, the general statute of limitations on things is 7 years. But cancel culture isn't the law. It's just, people being dicks. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's no limitations.
Yeah, because my other argument on that is, say an adult says or does something,
It's the court of public
it's
opinion.
been 10 years now and they've changed as a person, so you're still going to hold them accountable for somebody that they used to be, even though they've potentially...
I think the thing is like it's not so much that people are getting in trouble with what they used to say back then. I think that the issue is now is that everybody now truly do has their 15 minutes of fame now,
Mhm.
and since that's the case, everybody's finding things out about everybody.
Yeah.
It's because we have platforms, because we're famous moment by moment in our own selves, and then so the more we put out things about ourselves, like. I don't know if I'm making sense.
It's kind of like we're all celebrities in our own way.
Right, and don't they? What's the one person they find the dirt on the most? Celebrity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
exactly.
I
And
also,
half these
Like okay, like it's like people are finding about stuff that you never thought people would find, but because of these new platforms we have,
Mhm.
and people are getting famous. Especially like YouTubers that
Or
are just
TikTok.
like they're just people like you and us, right? You and
Yeah.
I, and we all done things in the past, said things in the past. But that's the thing, like other people are looking to take other people out, and it's all out there on the internet. So it's like free game. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, especially
It's
if
a-
somebody has a vendetta or they're jealous of
Like
you.
in order to get more subscribers, in a sense, we all would have to like eat. It's like Highlander. There can be only one, and we're all gonna have to eat each other. to
The
really get
only one.
Like if that dream that we all have involves us basically absorbing each other, like companies absorbing other companies, right?
Mergers.
Mergers, right?
Yeah.
But it happens in a cellular level too. Have you ever seen like amoebas absorb something weaker than it,
Mm.
right? But they're also the same kind of family, But just one just is bigger. That's all. Anyway, I didn't mean to go all weird.
No, I was gonna say you even see that with like collab channels where people come together and they all share the channel and they post to help each other out. Eventually, somebody decides they're Diana Ross and I'm the star of this, and the rest of them get out.
this is why
Yeah,
I
exactly.
this is why I work on the system of if we want to work together and basically help each other out, then do it on each other's channels. Don't set up a channel and say this is all of us, because that way you can do your own thing. You can be your own prima donna on your own channel.
Yeah,
I guess the
it's,
thing that
it's a
scares me-
recipe for failure, especially if the channel's monetized. Somebody's like, "Well, my video did better. I deserve a bigger share this month or something."
I wrote the script for that one, and it made the most money. I deserve a better cut.
Yeah,
It always ends up that somebody wants to be King Dingaling, and then that happens.
Yeah, and as much as I would like to be in power, I do not want power. I do not want to be in charge because that comes with problems and responsibilities.
Sure,
Yeah.
Natalie.
Everybody
Put the recipe down.
Yeah, I'd rather just be
My
the
wife
odd.
make it for me.
I'd rather be just the odd guy that helps organize things and just bounce around.
hmm
Yeah, everybody likes the idea of power. The thing is, they don't want the responsibility that comes along with it.
Yeah, so I'm happy just being a weirdo.
Not everyone wants the responsibility. Not everyone wants to know. Not everyone knows what to do with it when they've got it.
Exactly.
Well, I think the problem is like the thing is people. I think the problem is people do know what to do when they have it. It's just that they do the wrong thing.
Well, like you can actually, like say for example, because I did ROTC when I was in high school. So I mean, we were all just a bunch of kids, but you kind of rank up and you have your class system the same way the military does.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you can have somebody who's like totally cool and your friend that you've known forever, and then all of a sudden they start ranking up and they start treating everyone else like garbage. I'm like, this isn't real, right?
But it is. It is like school is basically teaching you
It's crazy.
how to be in a cubicle and when to wake up and when to go to your lunch and when to come back. And
Yeah, but I mean,
you
like,
got your bullies by the water cooler too. Right?
I mean, but you've got this military conditioning program or pre-entry program, whatever the correct phrasing is. But people take it too seriously, and it's like, when you're out in the halls, I can just slam you against your locker. Out there, you're nobody.
Pretty much.
You know the old saying, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah,
True that.
always true.
It's why, as I said, it's why I prefer the idea of working with people. So it's majority vote. Whatever people want to do, we do.
hmm
Even that means all of us drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh no, no,
Yeah.
no! I don't
I'm-
want Kool-Aid.
I'm not drinking Kool-Aid. I've
I'll
been
make
to
Kool-Aid.
Jonestown.
I'll let everybody else drink it. I'm not having any.
That's why
I don't like
I
that
was
you
in Kool-Aid.
drink with the cherry, and that upsets my stomach.
Sometimes
No,
I put in a little bit of Sprite.
Don't wear the Nikes. Don't wait
It was
for the
actually
mother.
Flavor Aid. It wasn't even Kool-Aid. It was knockoff Kool-Aid.
Man, he used Flavor Aid. What is
Flavor Aid.
He didn't even
Great
get the
flavor.
yeah. No,
It was too expensive.
he got that straw like character guy. That really it was Flavor Aid. I did not know that. Is that official? Is that?
Yeah.
I need to put that on the Wikipedia page. Don't read any further. He used Flavor Aid.
If I had a Coke,
Jonestown.
if I had a Coke, we'd all drink Tang because that's what the astronauts drank. And space
Man,
is
I
cool.
like Tank growing up.
I like
I
Tank.
used to call it Tank because because my K and my G were kind of like they were sleeping together but not married.
Oh,
Tang?
What do you call it when you
Tang?
tang?
have you not had?
What's Tang?
I think that's an American thing.
I was about to say, yeah, they might not have it.
It's
in the,
kind of like Sunny Delight or Sunny D,
it's a
but you make it yourself at home.
yeah, it's a
Kind
powdered
of
orange
mix.
flavored drink.
It's an orange drink. It's
it's powdered,
that's,
just add
for
water.
in the breakfast end.
No powdered orange drinks over here.
It's one of the greatest things from the space program. That and freeze-dried ice cream and Velcro. All space
I've
program
never
stuff.
tried freeze-dried ice cream.
Oh, it's good. Used to get it at the what the hell is it? The planetarium.
Mm,
Wait, put Tank.
yeah.
Man,
And
what
believe it or not, astronauts nowadays are still blessing the invention of Velcro because it's the only way that they can scratch their nose or face in space. They have to
What?
put it on. They have to put Velcro on the inside of the helmet so the astronauts can scratch their noses and heads when they're out in spacewalks.
Oh, I see. I didn't know you meant like on space. So Well, dude, Deacon, they can still use their hands when they're in the tunnel or in the.
Collector.
Oh no,
Can't
sorry, yeah, I was
scratch
meant to
it.
say while they're in their space suits.
Mm.
I didn't say I didn't say the suits part. I do apologize.
And things will tend to accumulate.
See, it's hard for me to stay on topic when it comes to spacemen and spacesuits because then I get all juvenile and I'm like, well, what if you've got a guy with digestive issues and he's in his suit and he can't escape himself, but he keeps passing gas and he's trapped in there with it.
I think that's one of the things you have to pass in the test. It's not having like stomach issues.
Oh, would you really like?
Phenomenon.
Would you really
Well, the
like to
gross
know,
thing-
Kara?
Do what?
Oh no.
Would you really like to know?
No what?
No, what?
About
What?
wait, about what?
About spacemen and having bad digestives in a bad digestive system inside a spacesuit?
Oh, I wouldn't
In
know.
space.
How
I want
that
to
is.
know.
I want to know now.
Do they have diapers?
Pretty much.
I'm
They
not
have
rich.
diapers that have a small suction attached to them, so when they're actually passing gas and excrement, it actually gathers into a bag that's internal inside the suit, same as the urine.
Like a catheter.
Well, yeah, dude, I would shit my pants if I had like thousands and thousands and thousands of gallons of
Tang.
frozen jet fuel strapped to my ass, and I'm about to fling me into space like I was like a rock in a slingshot. What did you think I am, being flung by David? I'm about to hit the forehead of Goliath. That is the moon. That's insanity. Like, what guy strapped into that?
They're about to launch you into the
Put
sun.
a suction on my ass to collect my shit. Like, I'm not gonna shit all over that. I'm going to the moon, baby.
Well,
Yeah,
that would be a very intellectual adrenaline junkie.
Oh my god, could you imagine? I would have pissed and shit myself. Like, I went through this simulation. That's one thing, but to go 2, 1. Like,
man.
oh shit! I would be so like praying to like every god I can think of at that moment.
I don't know. You were probably made up for The Exorcist, but I believe in you now, Pazuzu. You're
Right.
real. Help.
I mean, they've even had to put in a snot and saliva gatherer inside the suits.
Yeah.
Mm.
The G forces will be of an extreme magnitude.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's the little things that you don't think about. It's kind of like they actually had to do some complex thinking to figure these things out.
That's why I say I'm like, I get all juvenile after a while, and I'm like, well, what if? And blah, 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 and I just come up with these silly things, not realizing, no, there really is an answer for it.
Right? He goes, what is Bluetooth connected to this red tape? He goes, that's to make sure your eye ducts don't end up in your ass.
Hello, Moto.
Is that a video game sound?
I'm
Is
not
that
sure.
Metal Gear or something? Bleep, bleep, bleep.
I thought it was someone's ringtone.
Yeah, oh, I thought it was. Oh, okay.
Like a
It was
Nokia or
mine. It
something.
was me.
I
Oh,
thought
okay.
it was from a video game or something.
Motorola.
Yeah, and it's just a reflex now. Every time I hear that ringtone, the only thing that pops into my head is "Hello, Moto."
Yeah.
I remember that. Man,
I remember that.
Sarah and I were watching a bunch of 1994 commercials.
Yeah.
And it was cool, man.
Here's something about astronauts, and it's a weird thing.
Ass is part of the title.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of a weird thing in itself. But it turns out that astronauts, because of spending so much time in space and in isolation, they can actually develop a psychological condition where they believe they are the only person that exists.
That would make
Well,
sense. yeah.
usually. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying
usually-
that would make sense. Oh, I did it again. Sorry.
Sorry. Well, it happens. It happens. It's all good. That would make sense. That's usually why they send them up. At least 3-man teams. You know.
Oh, even if it's 3-man teams, because of the isolation, they can slowly begin to think that the other 2 people are hallucinations. And when they come back down to Earth, they even think other Earthlings aren't real.
So it's kind of like a psychosis or something.
It reminds me of that Ren and Snippy episode, Space Madness. Anybody
Yeah.
familiar with that?
red button, the red candy-like button.
Yeah, like
But I like candy. Push.
That's
No.
that's
Give my computer a pass on that.
No, push the button.
push
Act
the
the button.
button, ring button.
Oh man.
Like I like that. Dun, dun, dun,
Oh,
dun, 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 dun. And the way they would scream.
You capitalist dog.
Oh, dude.
Soviet pig.
I like it when he's got the bar of soap and he's in the tub and he thinks it's
my ice cream bar.
Oh,
Yeah, and it looks kind of good when he eats it too. Those little chunks.
Ugh.
The way he bites out of it, like the character.
Oh,
You know what I mean? And I turn off the anti-gravity, so it'll help you relax.
Uh-oh.
He goes, and he's all like, oh, and he's all right. I'm glad you know that. Like, dude, Ethel, that's awesome.
totally. I have that on high quality VHS. Back
you
when
got it on
Nickelodeon
VHS.
was releasing them. It's cool. The VHS tape itself was bright orange, Nickelodeon
Yeah, I
orange.
I
remember
was
that.
about to
I
ask
remember
that.
that. I had a movie for Harriet the Spy that my sisters had, and it was bright orange.
Actually, I'm gonna see if I have that right handy. Let's see if I got
All
that.
right, dude. I'd like to take a Jim Dander at that. Let's check it out.
I have that handy. Hold on. Maybe it's over here. I missed
Man,
my old thing where I had everything organized.
It's always cool to talk about Ren and Stimpy, man.
Yeah.
Powder toast man.
Oh man.
happy, joy, joy.
Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, 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 joy, joy, joy.
Happy, happy, joy,
Yeah.
joy, joy. Da-na-na-na-na. And then he's
I don't think you're happy enough. So let's sing it again.
all right.
No, it's like the song that never ends.
Like, all right, I will make you happy again.
Now, Stimpy Whizzle. Right?
See, that's what me and my friends do when we're out at Comic Cons and stuff like that. If we run into a situation which frustrates all of us, we just look at each other and go, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy.
Oh man. That's not a bad idea. Just tension release.
Yeah.
Here's the one with that Space Madness.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't.
Yeah, you got.
I don't know if I remember seeing that one. I remember the one where they're in the haunted house, and I think
Yeah,
Stimpy
that
was
was
taking
cool,
a
dude.
shower,
That's
and he didn't
awesome.
realize the ghost crept up on him, so he was using the ghost as a towel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a banned one in some places.
And of course, you got Twisted Tales, guys. We asked Dr. Stupid, Robin Hoet.
I remember Robin Hoek with the. It has the moat with the monks and the teeth.
Oh no.
Oh, dude, that was because it goes. Tell me a bedtime story, and it's a really good. I know all of those, man, for real.
Then you got the Yucky Yarns tape, guys. You got Nurse Stimpy, Powdered Toast Man, Ren's Toothache.
Nurse Snippy is actually very disturbing. Oh, with the toothache, that gross teeth, and the nerve endings.
Yeah.
I think I remember
Yeah,
that where
yeah.
you would
Oh
see
my
them like
God.
moving around and
Yeah,
they would make these
they're all
scraping
twitching, yeah.
sounds.
Convenient.
Good old fashioned VHS. I wish I could have found like this is the one I owned originally was this one, but later on I started picking them up when I could find them, and like this was all I could ever find was 3 volumes. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, Nickelodeon. Where's the rest of my tapes?
Yeah.
Where are they?
Nickelodeon kind of disowned Ren and Stimpy. They distanced themselves from it.
Well,
And
back when it was popular in
I
90s.
think the creator did something controversial.
Maybe.
and also the very last episode you're not going to find on any Nickelodeon box set ever.
Oh, yeah.
The one where he's killing the animals and shit.
No, that's a different one. This one
That's
isn't
the
going to
one
be.
I hear about. There's a worse one.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Ren and Stimpy go to the beach, and the entire episode is Ren trying to get into the swimsuit of every female on the beach, Stimpy getting into the swimwear of every female on the beach, and it's full of gratuitous, full frontal animated female nudity.
Was that the one they made for Spike TV?
Yeah, the one that you can only actually watch on porn sites, I think.
Huh.
Yeah, well, it doesn't count though, because it's not like part of the official Nickelodeon run. The ones they made for Spike TV were geared more towards the older audience, except that they didn't really do a whole lot of older jokes. It was just grosser jokes.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
The humor quite literally went into the toilet.
Yeah, which is why the voice of Stimpy didn't want to do it. He wanted to reprise his role.
Oh, yeah, for Spike TV, that was a bad run. Such a bad run.
It's a shame because it was a good idea to bring it back. It's just it was poor execution.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Someone probably needed to pay child support. I'll do it.
Anything for money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, did you say money?
Money. Everybody's got a price.
Another one, or you want water, side water?
Everyone has a price, so welcome to The Price is Wrong, because you're not offering enough.
Not everybody. Like I mentioned this in my 10 for 10 video. They tried to get Patrick Swayze to do a sequel to Dirty Dancing, and they offered him $6 million. That was their final offer. He still said no. It's like, I don't do sequels. I don't like sequels. I hate sequels. No. So he turned down $6 million, which I don't know. I probably would have done 3 or 4 movies for that.
Well, that's the kicker. It's not everybody's price is money, but you can. There's definitely a way around it. There usually is.
He probably got more for playing Vita Bohem than he did for Dirty Dancing Part 2.
Yeah. Like, I can't explain why there was no Roadhouse 2 or like Ghost 2.
There is a Roadhouse 2.
Is there a Roadhouse 2?
Mm-hmm.
I never
Not
knew.
with Patrick Swayze though.
Roadhouse.
No, not with Patrick Swayze, but there is a Roadhouse 2.
They're like, fuck it, we don't need Patrick Swayze. We're going on our own.
Is it really Roadhouse if you don't have Patrick Swayze though? Like that's the question.
It's more like Chicken Coop.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I like that one. Yeah. We like Road Chamber for it.
Not only did it not have Patrick Swayze,
Yeah,
it did not even have the double juice.
The radio shows.
Right on, dude. Thank
He's
you,
a cool
Road
guy.
Chamber.
Oh, Chamber.
Hey, Mac.
It's pretty much it's a movie that I'd class as not a true sequel, but one where they were trying to do a cash grab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was this again?
Roadhouse.
They're trying to make a Roadhouse Part 2?
I think they're
They
saying
did.
that.
They made a Roadhouse Part 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, I think they did everything.
With
The first one, that one rules.
with Gary Busey,
Man,
named
heck yeah. Terry Funk rules.
But that's why no one really talks about the second one.
Because
Falls
even when
down.
they eventually did the Dirty Dancing sequel, the Havana Nights or whatever, I'm like, I didn't even care.
Man, like when we have our Sunday apartment cleanup, I'm gonna put Roadhouse on. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Right? Like, the community is so cool, man. I get together every time. It's awesome.
First one was great.
Good.
Sorry if you heard that. That was my neck cracking.
Or my baby screaming in the background.
Oh, my dog snoring.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah,
when I creak, I creak. I don't do any silent quiet, any silent noises, do I?
Nope. It's loud.
Cool. Glad to get confirmation.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's all good.
No one shot me yet, so that's the main thing.
Fuck yeah.
No one shot me yet. Fuck yeah!
If anyone else wants to turn on in the chat, let me know and I can get off so someone can get in.
You don't have to worry about going because I'm gonna have to go in about 15, maybe 30 minutes because it's gone 4 in the morning for me.
Jesus.
Yeah, I forget about
Yeah.
the time difference.
And to be quite honest with you, we just kind of wanted to do a little
We're just being
hangout.
casual, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is why I wanted to pop in and say happy 10th and make it known that it is a happy 10th. But yeah, I'll be around for a bit longer, but if anyone in the chat does want to chime in or jump in, let me know and I'll exit just a little bit early.
Jump in the line and rock your body on time.
Join the conga!
Oh, sorry.
Always try to sing that, Mark, when you're on stream, dude. That's a Mark thing.
See, I'm fully expecting one day.
Mark sings traditional, like, Hispanic songs.
See, I'm expecting Mark one day to do it in karaoke.
La Bamba. La Bamba.
Gotta do the Harry Belafonte thing.
Is there such thing as a Mark thing?
Oh, wait. Macarena.
Macarena.
Do the Macarena.
Does anybody have any like streams going on Sunday? You guys?
Oh,
Yeah.
Ethel,
Ethel does.
Sci-Fi Sunday.
Sci-Fi Sunday?
Yeah, it's we're doing when do you lose a franchise? When has it gone too far? When is it time to just call it quits? That's the topic.
Let me in on that one and I'll be in it.
Sweet.
What time? What time is
It's 6:30 Eastern. That's 5:30 you guys' time.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah. We've usually wrapped up with all the house stuff
Usually by
then.
5 o'clock, we're kind of already wrapping it up. Pretty close. Depends if we sleep in or not.
Yeah, you guys want to be on the show? Just come on, because I'll save you a spot if you definitely want
to put it on just because of your support.
Yeah.
Get that numbers up.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing that, and next Sunday we're doing Species. We're doing the Species franchise next Sunday.
Species. That's the one where the girl makes.
Oops, sorry.
You're making out with.
Oh, poor
Puppy.
Uh-oh.
Puppas didn't want to be held.
Oh no.
It's like he's been having, to be honest.
He's been having some kind of a joint issue.
Yeah.
Save.
How old?
Hmm?
How old is your puppas?
He's 8.
Probably arthritis.
Yeah.
Yeah, my guess was either arthritis or dysplasia. We took him to a emergency clinic. They said they'd have to do a CT scan to really know what
You want me to give him
was causing.
Yeah, the most common one is arthritis. It's usually easily treatable.
Right. Yeah. It's more of like just saying like but it's something we've noticed on his. It's definitely onset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, my puppas has got it. When he's pretty good most of the time, but when he has a really bad day, we've got a doggy wheelchair for him.
Yeah, I had to carry him up and down the stairs now because we have stairs. And
Yeah, we live on the top floor, so we have to carry him up and down.
no.
Oh, I know that feeling when he's not feeling in the mood to move his back legs properly. Have to carry him up the stairs, carry him down the stairs.
But he sure likes to see me pick up his poop. He's not even gonna have a problem with that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Come on, Toodle.
It's like you pick up that poop. I like when you scoop
Come
it.
on, man. Man, I just want to go inside.
Poor little doggy.
Your
But
little
he's been doing
furry.
well up until then.
I think it's kind of.
Yeah, it's the way I was lifting him that probably did it.
Let me show him in the camera. He's okay.
Oh, I think we know he's okay because you guys aren't panicking, so we know the doggy's okay. Just, it was a shock hearing him go.
Yeah. Doodles. But tomorrow, so Sci-Fi Sundays, and that's with Ethel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Is it
then,
Uh,
and then
this month
Monday, go ahead, Ethel.
Huh? I was gonna say
No,
it's
that was-
every Sunday this month. Next month I don't know because I'm just sort of doing it when Marty's unable to do it. That's why it's at 6:30. Tuesday when he goes on. So. But
And
yeah.
then Monday, if you guys want in, we're going to have the Great Western debate on what our favorite Westerns are.
Yeah.
I don't know too many westerns. I know that Sharon Stone quickened the dead, but that's usually about it.
like old school
Hey,
Western?
I like that movie though. I actually did. I really enjoyed it.
I like the one I like is jeez, I can't think of it. Like now that I've opened my mouth, it's a Clint Eastwood movie, and where he about that where that Indian goes, it has that rock candy, and he goes, I don't think it's for eating, it's just for looking through. Jeez, never mind. I'll get back to you.
That's Diallo Josie Wales.
Yes. Yeah. Because I like he wants to have a family or something, and then they just won't let him have that, and then he just has to blow everybody away. Basically,
I do like Young Guns and Young Guns too.
Young Guns
Young Guns is a good one.
Young
There
Guns.
was an old Gregory Peck one. I don't know the name of it, but I know he was engaged to some girl, and everybody kept giving him trouble because he wasn't really accustomed to like the ranch or the country lifestyle, and so he couldn't mount a horse. He kept getting kicked off, and they would give him trouble. And eventually, he did it on his own, and he was able to ride the horse. And the girl's like, "Well, why didn't you tell me? He's like, I did it for me. I didn't do it to show off or impress you."
Right on. Yeah, man. Like Texas will chew you up and spit you out.
It's crazy. But yeah, I'm bad with names, but I know I like the Gregory Peck westerns. I like the Paul Newman.
The Outlaw Josie Wales. Right on, dude. Thanks for that.
And Mark, TV shows are included too, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Sweet.
Bonanza.
I like that one.
Rifleman. 135. High Shaft Rail.
True
You
Grit.
know, actually, you know what's kind of westerny, but it's
True
right
Grit,
up
the
the horror
remake.
alley.
Westworld.
The movie Ravenous. It's a western-esque, and it's just right up that horror alley. It's freaky, man. It might like that movie freaks me out, and very little.
That
Ravenous,
was
the Dr. Party, right? And
that
the
was
Wendigo.
the one where it's in the frontier, and it's like
yeah.
it's
That's set on the.
in a way.
That is set on the happenings of the Oregon Trail.
Right, like over there where California is, and that kind of it was the last fort between California and kind of like it was like kind of like the last place before you really get to right.
Is the Hateful Eight a Western?
No, it's you guys are not familiar with the movie Ravenous, other than Mark.
No.
Oh, really?
I have-
Wikipedia would be a better example than I can really see at the moment because I'll get too excited. But it's a really, really, really good movie, and if it's really doing a Western thing, like it's right there with the covered wagons and the American Spanish the Civil War has to do with that too.
Yeah, it covers a lot of different things in that
And
movie.
terrorism, drinking blood, and I won't say no more than that.
It's pretty much cannibalism.
Well, right, yeah, kind of.
Oh yes, I'm
Yes,
remembering
we
now.
watched
Guy
it.
Pearce.
Yeah, it's like dun dun. dun.
Yes,
Dude,
it was
that
all
movie-
Calvary.
Yeah, and he's all freaking out and digging. I'm like, dude, that movie's like I love
Lydia
it.
Dietz's father's in that
Oh,
one.
dude, that movie kicks
Yeah.
ass.
Oh,
Now I gotta see it too. Oh,
Yes, I like that movie.
Yeah.
For some reason, I had a brain for it.
and like if you guys are doing westerns, like that's a left hook.
Well,
I like that one. That
it's
one was
excellent,
good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
if you like Ravenous, you guys would probably like on Tomahawk.
But yes,
I've never seen it, but Kara's seen it, but I haven't.
You would like it. It's
And
really good.
it's kind of like it's weird that I haven't because she's brought it up more than once.
Yeah. And Proxy's asking if this is on Mark's channel, the Cowboys and Aliens. Whose
Oh.
channel will it be on?
It'll be on mine.
Okay, we just watched that movie at Daniel's house not too long ago,
Yeah.
and it really made me because that was my second time seeing it, and so it hit different. It'd be cool to hear what you guys say about that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll save that for that, definitely. But that's a good one. That's a no good one.
It's gonna be, I'm sure Cowboys and Aliens will come up because it is a western.
Yeah.
Wild Wild West.
What's that?
Wild
Or-
West.
Wild Wild West, the Will Smith.
Wild West. Yeah, and it's that steam. You know it's steampunky, right? No. Yeah, Arthur's definitely
Well, there
hardcore,
was
right?
wasn't there a Bruce Campbell Western TV show too? It was kind of
like-
steampunk.
Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.
Yes.
Hell
Well,
on
that-
Wheels.
Kinda
was
cool,
a
like, you guys are cool, man.
movie.
Like if you guys were to go to a bar and do like a horror trivia in the bar, you guys would kill it. Oh my god, you guys will walk out drinking for free, or I don't know, whatever the prizes they have.
Either that or we'd get all jealous and start throwing our chicken wings at the next table because they're ahead of us.
You would come in like a cult, like a coven, like they would feel your
Coven.
like coven, man. They would feel your power. That's so cool. But no, Wild Wild West for that fun fling, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to throw, I
Of
guess,
course, Wild Wild
weird-
West was a TV show first. You know, it had
One more time, Ethel.
Dr. in there, who was also in an episode of Star Trek, if I'm not mistaken.
I say I'm not familiar. Like I don't watch. Well, nothing against Star Trek. I just never really took the time to.
I've
give it a
only
chance.
watched a few random episodes of the classic, but I haven't really kept up with it.
I should.
Have you seen the original Wild Wild West TV show?
I haven't.
They had a villain on there. He was a short fella. He was a what's the politically correct term? Not midget.
Little person.
Vertically challenged. But yeah, he was in an episode of the original Star Trek as well, as being a recurring character on that show.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool. That's a fun Western connection. I got to connect it to Star Trek somehow, guys. You know how I do.
Oh, seeing as there's also a Star Trek episode where I believe it's Worf and someone else gets stuck in the holodeck with Data in Wild Wild West times.
That's Fistful of Datas. That episode's called Fistful of Datas. It's where Data starts becoming every character on the holodeck. And there's even a fun little scene where he becomes the bar wench. So that's always fun.
The bar wench. That's a good one.
No, I was reading.
There's also an episode of the original Star Trek that was sort of a Western theme. It was Spectre of the Gun, where they got to take on Doc Holliday.
Yeah. And Mark Twain was after Cowboys. So no, wrong episode.
Yeah, you're thinking of Time's Arrow, which was a two-parter. That was one with Mark Twain.
See, Ethel knows where I'm coming from. But as soon as I thought about it, it was kind of like, no, Mark Twain was after Cowboys. That does not connect.
Yeah, it's post-Western time frame there.
Like recently, the old show that we watched was I saw
Fantasy Island?
Yeah, we watched an episode of Fantasy Island.
Yeah,
Dang, the plane.
the Western theme too. The
They had a Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Some
and
little.
Wyatt.
Plane, the plane.
Yeah,
Boss, the plane, the plane.
like
That
Coach
too.
Luke, we must be arrived for the plane. He goes, you think they're gonna remember my birthday today? Oh, Tatu, we have lots of presents since last year. Well, I don't want the same kind of presents. I want the presents that, well, I don't want to say it's my birthday. Oh, Tatu, let's not be late. And they was like, what the hell's going on in this show?
Yeah, people don't stop around. Just how disturbing Fantasy Island really was.
Yeah, like I was kind of the show. I don't know if it was just that particular episode, but I was just like, this is really.
To me, what was weird is he was written with child behavior, but he still had adult desires, and I'm like, what in the world?
Well, it's like it's almost like if he summoned a demon, like an imp, right? And he's almost like he helps them I don't know, that guy turned into a clown and said, like, how do you like in your fantasy? Like, you freaking freak, get away from me. You know? Freaking freak. Take a whole clown and make that woman think that she was a nobody. That was her fantasy, to be a nobody and
To be a regular person.
I thought it was like extremely strange.
That's some Twilight Zone stuff.
Yeah, right. It had a mix of that, a little class. It was the Twilight Zone, but with half the LSD dose, right? It was, like it's like the first step to get into that until you take your grown up dose. You know, like everybody remembers that day they decided, you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna eat, like, Happy Meals, just don't cut it anymore. But you gotta
Quarter
kind
pounder
of
with cheese.
yeah.
Or an hour with cheese.
It's like the McDonald's Happy Meal is really a vaccine to build up the antibodies in you, so you want like the number 1 and number 2, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm just kind of I don't know how I went from the plane
to McDonald's.
to McDonald's being a vaccination that we're supposed
They get you hooked on the little cheeseburgers and the McNuggies, and next thing you know, you craving the special sauce.
And next thing you know, you're selling yourself on a fancy island, screaming at a man, going, "The plane, the plane!"
Well, they get you hooked as a child on their McNuggets, and next thing you know, you're an adult in McHuggies.
like when in adult McHuggies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we're getting into, you know, even Mufasa said, you see that where the light doesn't touch Simba, don't go there. So we're just not gonna go there.
Are you sure about that?
Everything
Yes.
is yours beyond everything that the light touches is yours.
He also talks about the other place where it doesn't touch.
Where the sun don't shine.
Yeah.
That's
See,
where your star lives.
See, I'm the type of person that will turn around and say, "Right, fine, here's a flashlight. Let's go and explore."
Let's go do it.
Yeah.
Like, let's go look at Scar's ass.
Oh,
Like, I heard he has diarrhea all the time because he eats what the hyenas eat.
oh.
Yeah.
Thank God he's in a spacesuit.
Right. Like Scar is like kind of like in most African societies, if you're taboo or they suspect you of witchcraft, which the Scar is because it's a shape of a crescent moon, they oust you, right? So he was living with the hyenas and
The outcasts.
and they eat, like, he's not a scavenger, but hyenas will eat. Well, they'll hunt, but they'll steal most of like their war party, right?
Mm.
So anyway, and so that would make Scar the Comanche Moon. Yeah.
The Comanche.
Remember, prepared. I mean, they look like Nazis marching in front of Hitler, dude.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah, the goose stepping hyenas.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
Achtung,
The Hutsies.
Achtung, right? Like straight up. Whoopi Goldberg was in the middle of that, of all people.
Yep.
And you were ugly.
Oh, Cheech Marin. Cheech Marin was one of the other hyenas.
Mm.
The weirdest retelling of Hamlet I've ever seen.
That's the best prequel.
Basically, the general plot.
But isn't it also basically a remake of a anime starring a white lion?
Kimba the White Lion? Fucking
Yeah,
that.
like
That's so
isn't that like a dollar store movie, like anime?
It's like one of those kind of
I know, I've
movies
seen
that
that cover.
grandma buys thinking she's getting the Lion King for her grandkid. He's like, here you go.
Right, I guess. Or something.
You're good, Natalie.
Or the cartoon about the Titanic, but it's called Titanic.
I know.
Yes.
With the rapping dog, the fucking rapping dog, and fucking Captain Planet.
And they all lived happily ever after at the end.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's good stuff.
Oh no.
I'm glad everybody has seen Titanic.
Oh no.
Did you know they made a part 2?
They made 3 parts. There's a 3-parter.
Oh God, kill me now.
If that was public domain, Trent, we'd be watching. Actually, we can still watch it on YouTube channel. You don't care.
You do have to be dead.
Titanic.
I watched the shit out of them. Those are funny.
Titanic.
Party time.
It's
Party time.
It's like the third one was intended for divorcees because you can only tolerate this if you've already hit rock bottom.
Yeah, but the rapping dog comes out of nowhere. They kept roughly to the time frame.
Floating glacier, right?
But yeah, they kept roughly to the time frame for most of the characters, for most of the scenery, and then all of a sudden comes a dog from the 1980s with a boombox rapping.
Yeah, dude. Like, I know what you're talking about. Oh, yes.
Even I have to ask, what kind of moldy cheese were they eating to give them that kind of hallucination?
Right.
They're saved by an octopus. They're saved by an octopus.
Oh yeah, being saved by an octopus.
They must have spent too much time inside their spacesuits.
You know what? Speaking of the Titanic, you know what's kind of I thought was kind of eerie and creepy. There is a YouTube video where it's a nice 3D model simulation of the sinking Titanic, but in real time. So you can leave it on going like all day while you're doing, like if you're doing stuff, and you can literally check on it everywhere and you watch this thing actually sink to the bottom. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just type like a time lapse of, and it's really pretty, and it shows you all the little places and historical notes. It's really neat. And it's something you can go and walk your dog, come back, and let me check on it. And it kind of looks the same, but you know what's going to happen. So at some point in the middle of that 6-8 hours or something, you're kind of like, you're telling yourself, what am I participating in here? I feel like I'm a drone going around it. And I want to tell them what's about to happen, and I can't because it already has. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm in the past, and I have this existential crisis.
But it's you're being a fly on the wall.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it looks like it sucks, you know, like ooh, you know, like this looks like it sucks, you know what I mean? Like, oh my god.
But there's one story.
Not quickly.
No, it did not. No, after you, Ethel.
No, I was just saying. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you didn't. Up to you.
No, that's all I said was it wasn't quick.
Oh yeah, it took ages. What was I going to say? Oh, bugger. Oh, the one story of the Titanic I would like to see being told, though, is the penguins on top of the iceberg as they see the ship slowly creeping towards them going, shit!
Right.
Hurrah.
That's the sequel to Happy Feet.
You've seen Happy Feet, now they get revenge.
Fucking
Here, I thought that was a sequel to March of the Penguins.
But penguins are probably like no, they're about to learn a little lesson here, and we're just gonna let them, like, this is important for them. That's what I would be thinking if I were a penguin. Like, should we do like squawk or something? Let them know they're getting closer. Like, no. Like, they just this is for the best.
Oh, sorry.
John still Reese coming through for that second like.
I was going to say, John's sort of onto something with that, you know, because the guy, the captain did steer it, pilot it, whatever you do with a boat, right into iceberg territory. It's like, yeah, we're on schedule, whatever. It's like, dude, you still don't want to hit one.
I think it was stupidity, though. I don't think they did it on purpose.
It's that all too common that one thing that
Invincible.
sleeps with all of us in our beds, human error, right? Just, geez, like he goes, we make something so big, and then we need the opposite reaction of that
You have
too.
like that invincible syndrome.
And that's just the
God
balance
himself
thing.
cannot sink the ship.
Like and like he was just asking for it.
See,
It's kind of like poetry in that way.
See, with the way that ship,
Go ahead.
that ship came apart, if Trash was here, I'd turn around to him and say, "Darn you, Irish welders!"
Right? Like this shoddy ass shit. You're already like,
Well, the extreme weight when it was taking on water versus the weight of the ship, you know, so it forced it to break in half. Drifted underwater, miles apart. Sorry, Trent.
Someone was. Oh no, I was saying someone was supposed to go on the ship and they got changed last second, but they had like the binoculars or the telescope, and they took it with them or left it in their locker. And they said if they had the binoculars on the Titanic, they might have been able to see the iceberg and shit. So they're saying maybe that, like, since they didn't have the right equipment.
Well, also, when the Titanic was built, it was labeled as unsinkable. So, yeah, that whole thing was just doomed from the beginning.
The captain's like, I'm going to find the biggest iceberg I can find and auger this baby and just full speed ahead.
See, I could kind of buy that theory if they could also prove that the Titanic wasn't the Titanic, but its sister ship.
The Lithuania? The Lithuania that got sunk?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Titanic, my bad. Because didn't that get there in World War II or World War I, something like that?
Yeah, but one was becoming so expensive to run that it would have been easier just to sink it and claim the insurance. Whereas the other one was a new build. It's supposed to be more efficient.
I still don't get why the drunken chef on the Titanic never got a story, man. That guy was a hero. He saved everyone on the ship, and he sunk with the ship, but the reason he didn't die is because he was so drunk that his body kept working while he was in the water, and he was able to get saved, and he was in the water for like 8 or 10 hours or something like that. Like, I want a movie about that.
Everybody all hung up on Molly Brown.
But when it comes to the Titanic movie, it also got sued.
How so, Deacon?
I didn't know that.
Basically, you know, towards the end when the ship's sinking, you've got the first mate or officer basically pushing ladies out of the way and trying to get on the boat.
Like you got a bad guy out of somebody for a movie. You got to right?
But it turns out he was a hero. He was the person pushing other men out of the way, making sure women and children could get on the boats.
Oh,
So they disparaged his name, which his family took umbrage with.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, I mean, who wants to be known as the person related to the guy that was selfish and murdered people?
Yeah, instead of the guy that actually stood on the deck and said, "Right, everybody else, stop panicking. Ladies, kids
They're like,
first."
oh, I heard of your ancestor, the coward. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? No.
It's coming. No. Curse you, Titanic.
Man, you're rolling.
Is that a drag race?
Apparently so. Sorry, guys.
No, that
That's
happens
all
at
right.
our place too.
We hear that every day here.
Like they treat our shit like a drag strip over here.
That was like in the first Nightmare when Johnny Depp puts in the little tape.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're calling whoever's parent, like, I'm here, blah, 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 and they're playing all this crazy stuff in the background. And then the screaming starts, oh, I don't know, the neighbors are fighting, we gotta go.
And then it starts
That right there
he's
is
on the phone with his mom, and they're He has every sound in the world recorded to the tape. He's got drive crashes, planes, you know, the
basically-
neighbors fighting. It's all
it's
his own
basically a mix.
world.
It's
It was
basically
only supposed to be the plane because the person he was spending the night with lives near the airport.
Yeah.
But then it goes from the
Yeah.
plane and then it cuts to like all kinds of other
yeah, it's like
crazy
the ultimate mixtape of sound effects, but inconveniently won't stop playing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and bugger. On that note, my lovely, lovely people, my gorgeous Kara and the lovely Beardy Boy. Unfortunately, it is 4:45 in the morning, so I have to go to bed.
Actually, I think
Let me get something for you.
Yeah, it's about to be 11 here too, so that's probably a good
There's, like,
starting point.
actually, like Deacon is it's a good indicator of things, and I think everybody's contributed so much today, and it's been really, really wonderful and beautiful, everybody. And congratulations on another 10 years.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be around that long.
And here
Okay.
is lime green play button, and which will be hanging like on your wall.
I say
And
we
you know,
meet
you
back
could
up here
monetize you.
in
Well,
exactly
baby,
10 years.
I always pay for Costco. I got you.
Oh, if you want a cheap way to do it, get a bar of soap that's a bit big, carve in the YouTube logo, and then vacuum form some plastic that you've heated over the oven over the top of it, and then that way you've got a vacuum form shape at which you can put a plaster mold into, and you can hang that on the wall.
Stick it in a shadow box frame.
Yeah, you have your own YouTube button, but which you can spray paint chrome.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
well, thank you, Deacon, for that.
It's not like I've tried or anything.
Well, exactly. That's just. This was like it's had in there.
Well, everybody, it's been a wonderful, wonderful evening, and you guys have just been great. And thank you for sticking around for so long for Kara's channel. And even though I haven't been around for 10 years, it's been a pleasure meeting you all. And I'm always looking forward to what you guys are coming up next as a community and watching you guys grow, almost like a human centipede in a way. Right.
Except we're not all butt kissing.
Right.
Ooh, a colony
Damn it.
of manatees of war, because they are actually a colony of organisms and not one organism. Yeah, weird
no
fact.
But
Yeah, they've got even an organism that acts as a sphincter.
Hashtag free Sydney Prescott.
Hashtag justice with Sydney.
manslaughter involuntary at the very least.
That's funny.
Well, thank you, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Our
stopping by,
pleasure.
hanging out with us, and hopefully we can do this again.
Yeah. So we bid you all adieu and good night.
Night, everybody.
All right. Good night.
Adios.
Night.
Oh, gone.
Gone. Disappeared.
Oh.
Oh,
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 no,
God.
you're still alive.
yeah.
They
Oh,
forgot
no.
to say.
Oh, no. Hello.
No, no.
We're,
Someone,
we're,
Kara,
we're,
you're
we're,
still alive. Come back.
we're here to entertain you for the next God knows how long. Maybe until her StreamYards runs out.
All right,
We
well,
will
I'll be
see.
here for the next 17 hours.
I will be. There's no way in hell I can stay up that late.
Mark is on it.
Yeah, I'm going to keep going because I know if I leave, I can't come back in. And I'd
Should we
rather
message? I'm gonna message Tara and be like, I'm gonna message.
Yeah.
No, she's still going.
I didn't realize that. I did it wrong. Sorry. I was like,
It's
what
all right.
what's going on?
It's all right. We were going to hang around until you came back and realised it's like, yeah, we're going to stay here.
Yeah. Even Dino lolled.
We've all done it. We've all done it.
It happens. It happens.
All right, so take two, the sequel of ending the live stream, but this is the bad sequel.
At least it's not part 3.
Oh lordy.
No bangs on this one.
Wow, that's awesome.
But alrighty, second attempt. But yeah, once again, thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you so much for your friendship. And
let's not forget Ethel on Sunday, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Ethel
tomorrow.
on Sunday,
Yeah,
Mark
yeah.
on Monday, and me on Tuesday.
Oh, oh man, it's a triple back to back triple pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Look at that.
But net everybody.
yeah.
A million thank you so much.
But yeah, all right.
We'll see ya.
It's
And
not
here's to
really
another.
do the outro, but as
Right.
always, we will talk to you later, and hopefully it's true this time.
And here's to another decade for dear Cara. Bye.
Good night.